Okay guys, I wanted to make a quick video on how to use the Legion functions at the Alliance Centers for Doomsday. They're not well explained whatsoever within the game, so it's clear that this explanation is necessary. Right now I have some troops that I put into Legion. The way that is done is by clicking on the Alliance Center and hitting that button that says Join Legion, and you send in a APC to join it, and it goes there. So once it's there, there's some things that we can do with it. So that one's on the way, but I've already got a couple that are in there. So I'm going to hit View Details, and if I click over on Legion setting, which is here on the right, notice that there are several places with plus signs. And if you look at this main building detail screen, it says there are 3 Legion troops in there right now, but in the Legion setting there's nothing. So the question is, what do we do then? So you hit the plus, you add each one of these guys. So now I have 3 APCs that are showing in the Legion settings. If I was to click remove, it removes one of those APCs. If I was to hit repatriate, it sends them back to the owner. If you do that and that person is offline, you can't get them back, so just be real careful. But when you have Legion like this, see how it says in Legion there on the screen, you can click, before I go on with this, I just realized I haven't said this, but only the Legion Master for that Alliance Center has control over any of these functions, and only one person can be assigned to that particular Alliance Center. They don't have to be a rank 4 or anything like that. They can be any rank, but they have to be assigned. And the way you assign them is by clicking View Details, and there will be a little symbol right here next to where it says Big Head Bob, which is me, of course, but there's a little symbol there instead of the name, which is how you assign it. So now that we've got troops in there and they are assigned as Legion, you can hit the Alliance Center and hit Adjust, and you can decide to send some of your troops, some of the associated folks, over to a different building, which it can be sent to a rally point in another state or a garrison base in this state, or whatever state you're in, basically. So I'm sending them to the garrison base. This is just for the sake of being able to see. But this moves all of your troops that are in Legion to a different location. And then the way that you use those Legion troops is you click on a space where you want them to attack, and you hit Legion Occupy. If you have 3 sets of troops in, you have to use all of them. And in this case, there has to be enough spaces. Anything in the green can be selected as a space that are priority, and these little flags say which one is which priority. So the first troop in the series is automatically assigned to whatever box you started with, and then you can select others. You can't select ones that you're already in. What I mean by that is, if you have selected one to be the first priority, you can't select it as a second priority as well. But you can click and say, I want that one to be my second priority over there, and they don't have to connect. Just as long as they're within this green area, you're good. Then what I'm going to do is hit this one as my second priority, and change this over here, the third one, to be my third priority. Now, because that's somebody else's building, all that's going to happen is the troops will try to go there, they can't do anything, and they'll just come back. So I hit March, and it's going to send those troops out. And it does take a little bit of time. So I won't make you watch the whole thing. I will pause it for a moment, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so check this out. They're going to hit right here, and boom, they occupied that tile. Those are going to then move on to the next number, which is number 2 there, and it does it all without actually showing it. So you know they're just running. Now they're going over to that last tile there, and they're headed home. In the middle there, I had to figure out a different one because this guy placed that building on the tile I was going to occupy, which is fine, but so I moved it over to this other tile. So now it says that I own it, and that's because it was my troops that took it, even though they were in the garrison, or in the Legion, excuse me. If you had 6 or 7 other people who had troops within there, whichever one was actually the one that took it, that would be the one whose tile it would be. So a really important thing to note on that is that if they're going to be in Legion, the only way that that is a beneficial thing for the team is if they have tiles that are available to use. Otherwise, they can't really do anything because they can't be used to attack. You know, you can't attack other people's bases or anything like that. They are only there to occupy tiles. I guess one thing that you can do with them is try to decrease the durability of that particular tile, but that's kind of a waste. Anyway, I wanted you to have that information. Like always, if there's anything else that I can answer for you, please let me know, and I'm happy to help. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Thanks very much for watching. To see more videos like this, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. If you have questions that you would like answered or videos you'd like to see, please send me an email or leave me a comment on any one of my videos. Have a good one.